30th of August and we're about to go into autumn. The weather's already changed, it's gone colder, it's gone cloudy, it's gone muggier. And in a way that's a nice thing. I actually like autumn. I enjoy the cold, chill bite of autumn but still having the warmth of summer. It's quite nice. I weighed myself this morning and I'm actually down over 1 kilogram since the start of August, which isn't a lot. I've only really been taking what I eat into account for the last week because my birthday, then I was ill, a lot happened in August. I was getting stressed from work because I was getting a lot of cancellations for holidays and things, which is normal for this time of year. But because of all those things going on at once, or because of everything that's happened in this last few months, I've not been focusing on what I'm eating and I have gone back into old habits again. Really hard to break, but we're back at it. I behaved myself yesterday. I made sure that I had healthy food with nutrition in it for breakfast, nutritious food for tea, which Jason very kindly helped make. We're back at it. We're back to trying being fit and healthy, and as a result of that, we're going to try and get back into calisthenics as of the 1st of September, which is in 2 days' time. It's now September 5th, and I'll be honest, I was actually going to start my exercises last week, but I decided I was going to try and sort out my eating habits first last week, which I did successfully. I have had a minimum of 5 fruit and veg almost every day for the last 8 days now, and I've actually noticed a massive difference in my body already. I'm a lot less bloated, I have a lot more energy, and that's just from changing or adding more veg and fruit to my diet. Today we are going to get back to the gym and we are going to go do our day 1 exercises for the Tap Brothers training. I should have done them yesterday, but unfortunately yesterday I had minor heat stroke, lightheaded yesterday. We're going to do it today instead.
So I started off with some strength training because my upper body is pretty weak. So we started with what I believe are Australian pull-ups, is that what you call these? I did approximately 10 reps in total and 3 sets of each rep, and I was absolutely knackered by the end of it. Then moving on to the rings in order to do some incline push-ups. It took me a while to figure out how to adjust them, but once I did, it was pretty easy, and then it was just a case of working out what the right height was in order for me to do the push-ups. Once I worked out the right height, I tried to do a push-up and failed miserably, so instead I decided to focus on the eccentric, which is the down portion of the actual exercise. And then in order to get myself back up, I just put my foot forward in order to give myself that little extra push just to get me moving. Then onto box jumps. I am absolutely terrified of these. Literally terrified. I have lost count of how many times I have fell off boxes, fell onto my shins, fell onto my knees, and it hurts. That kind of pain sticks with you in your fear memory. I really didn't want to do these, but at the same time, I want to build my confidence and I want to get over this fear that I have of these damn things. So I decided to do a few box jumps just to see where I'm at. And of course, you can't have a calisthenics training session without some kind of push-ups. Push-ups are some of the foundations of calisthenics training, or at least I've been told so by multiple calisthenics channels. At this point in time, I physically cannot do a push-up at all, not even on my knees. So instead, I've opted for eccentrics in order to build up that strength. After focusing so much on my upper body, I decided to move over to my abs, and again focusing on the eccentric part of the exercise. So here I am holding a crunch and then slowly extending out into a hollow hold. Again, this is the eccentric part of the exercise and is supposedly one of the best ways for building strength. My final eccentric exercise for the day was squats, and who doesn't love a good squat? Me. I absolutely hate squats, but the reason I hate squats is due to lack of mobility. I have really bad mobility in both my hips, my hamstrings, my knees, all around lower body. So trying to get down to even parallel in a slow squat is damn hard.
I'm currently in about week 2. Restart number 5,692 calisthenics journey, or get fit journey, get fit at 35. And I realised a couple of things in these last 2 weeks. Since behaving with what I'm eating and eating better food and eating healthier food and smaller, more regular meals, I feel better in myself. I feel more active. I want to move. I want to do something. I want to go somewhere. I want to leave the house. I want to do something physically fit. And I badly wanted to go to the gym. Really badly, and there was nothing to actually make me want to go to the gym. I just wanted to go to the gym. I wanted to go work out. I wanted to exercise, which was really exciting for me because I've not wanted that in a very, very long time. I've also been looking forward and actually getting upset that I've been missing Park Run. It's weird. I just feel better in myself in these first 2 weeks. I also had a bit of motivation today. My hair is terrible because I Didn't wash my hair when I showered earlier. I also had a bit of motivation today. I was watching some of the UK Ninja Warrior playbacks and like 2-minute runs of people's races and things. And one of the competitors was a 42-year-old woman. And I was like, oh my God, she's older than me and she's doing it. It's like that I still have a chance. I've always, for some reason, I had it in my head that all these competitors were always younger, in their 20s and possibly even mid-20s. But no, this one was 42 and she was smashing this course. So it's given me a little bit of hope that there's still a chance for me yet. So it's Saturday, 16th I think, of September, and I was very naughty this week. I missed 2 of my exercises, but I had way too much to do. I was so busy with work. Whereas today, Saturday morning, I did not want to come park run this morning, but I got my lazy arse out of bed, and I somehow managed to make it. There we go, we're doing park run. So it's currently Tuesday the 19th of September and I am now halfway through my second month and I'm really struggling for time at the moment. I've got a lot going on, but at the same time that's also made me realise that I've got too much going on. I'm going to watch Busted this week with one of my oldest friends, and then this weekend I've got to go down to Bristol to help a very good friend of mine in her competition, which I don't mind doing all that, but I've had nearly 4 months on the trot where I've had something planned or been doing something or been busy every single weekend without fail. I've had things that I've needed to prepare for in order to prepare for those weekends and lots of other things going on, and it's starting to take up a bit too much of my time. I've already had to stop my Japanese lessons in order to make space for my BSL lessons just because I didn't have time to study the Japanese in between my classes. Even now my walks are back to normal, so I'm busier than ever, so trying to squeeze stuff in around my walks, and I've really been struggling in between all this to find time to do my training. I have had time to do my training on Sundays, so I've been able to get my training in whenever I can, but there are other days when I want to train and I'm just too exhausted because I've had such long days. Yesterday, for example, I was working from nearly 9:30 in the morning all the way through till 7 o'clock in the evening, and it's just, there's no time for training. I don't even get a break when I'm at work. I literally don't get breaks because I'm just constantly back to back with all my dogs and my bookings. It takes a toll on your body after a while, and it has made me realise I do need to really think about what I'm using my time for and how I need to adjust it, or how I need to rearrange it to make more time for my training and for myself. Another thing that actually happened the weekend just gone is I actually spent pretty much the entire weekend with my niece and nephew because it was their birthdays in the last few weeks, so I treated them to a couple of days out. First day we went to Pokemon Club, and then they joined me on one of my dog walks, and we actually had a really lovely time. They were both dead well behaved and we had a lot of fun. Then on Sunday I took them to Gulliver's World, which is like a kids theme park sort of thing, but adults can also go on the rides in order to, because obviously children need to be supervised. And I was a bit disappointed when I went to the theme park, not because of the rides, because the rides are actually pretty good. There was even a couple of rides on there that were actually not too bad for adults. What I was disappointed at is that I was really struggling to fit in the seats, and I've never experienced that before. In fact, tell a lie, I've experienced that once when I was around, how much did I weigh, Scotty? 17 stone I think I weighed, so 2 stone more than what I weigh now. That's the only other time I've ever experienced that feeling of squishedness. That's the only way I can explain it, is squishedness. Not being able to fit in the seats or having my hips physically squished to get into the seats was very annoying. I didn't like it at all, which was nice because it gave me a bit of motivation to keep going, but at the same time it's very disheartening to know that you've got to that level. I am just trying to I'm trying to record myself from the rear camera just to see, because I actually can't see what I'm recording, so this is a complete and utter test because I don't know how this is going to go. This may get me perfectly and everything will be great, and it may actually do nothing. The one thing I did notice was just how many videos I actually still have to edit. I have so many. What are you doing, boys? Boys are over there.
Lame. I was actually going through the videos that I need to edit the other day, and I have so many I still need to edit, and yeah, I still have so many that I need to make. And by make I mean like script, record and everything else. Scotty, you got yourself tightly closed. So as a result, one of my goals in order to rearrange my time and my schedule is to stay focused on my parrots channel, but also start actually editing or finding time to edit my own videos for my fitness channel, my personal channel, because at the moment it's getting a bit neglected. I am keeping this channel purely fixated on fitness, calisthenics, mermaiding, ninja warrior training, all things fitness.